Good afternoon. Welcome into our First Alert Fastcast here in the Action 2 News newsroom. We'll get started with some of the things that we're working on today, but I want to bring this first breaking news story to you here locally. Let's pull that up there. So in Brown County Court, Marcelia Fonseca, she was there for a status hearing. Remember back in October, she was there for a 2-week trial. She's charged with first-degree intentional homicide and arson back in 2019. That trial was declared a mistrial in October. The fire that was started in the upstairs bedroom led to the death of her baby nephew. She is accused of intentionally setting the fire. Because of the mistrial, it's been about 2 months now. We had a status hearing today where we learned exactly what the state plans to do. They plan to retry Fonseca in this criminal case. A trial has been scheduled for May. In the meantime, they did take up bond. Emily Byer was there in court. She heard from the family asking for Fonseca to be released while the state argues that she shouldn't be. We'll have that for you tonight on Action 2 News at 4, 5, and 6 with an update on that continuing criminal case in Brown County. The next story I wanted to bring to you is up in Oconto County. There's a plea hearing for David Steinmetz. He is accused of murdering his mother and stepfather in Little Suamico last year. According to a criminal complaint, investigators were familiar with the home and Steinmetz, who had a contemptuous relationship with his mom and stepdad. Investigators said Steinmetz had previously threatened the couple's lives. He pled no contest today to the murders, so his sentencing is scheduled for February 20th. He faces a life sentence, but the defense will likely argue for early release after serving a minimum of 20 years. We are also following a story out of the town of Algoma. This picture was sent to us from our field crew in the town of Algoma, like I said, in Winnebago County. We're following a fire near the 300 block of Oak Park Drive. Mavis was called in, meaning all surrounding departments stepped in and responded to the scene. Holly Brantley will head there this afternoon, so we'll have live reports from there about the fire and learn a little bit more information about it there too. Let's now head over to weather, but let's take a look outside because it has been absolutely beautiful outside. Here you can see this is our Oshkosh sky cam. It is stunning outside today. It definitely doesn't feel like December at all, but let's bring in Keith Gibson to kind of bring us a little back to reality. Hi, Keith.
Yeah, it looks really nice out there, Brittany. Temperatures are around 30, but that wind is gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour right now. So we have wind chills now in the teens and low 20s across our region. Let's talk about our current situation. We're expecting highs today around 30, and that's where we are right now. So this is our peak for the day. At least we have a little bit of sunshine. Wind chills this afternoon, low 20s and teens. And our wind gusts right now, 20 to 30. It's gusty, but by mid-evening and thereafter, wind speeds and wind gusts will start to decrease. But heading into the early evening, just a quick heads up, if you will be out and about, wind gusts will continue. Wind chills will be nippy. Later on tonight, our wind chills could actually get down into the low teens and single digits, but later on tonight and tomorrow morning, wind speeds will be much, much lower than they are now. But a quick first alert for tomorrow morning for the commute, our wind chills likely around 10 degrees or some single digits here, so it's going to be very, very chilly. And one other thing I want to bring to folks' attention is really the lack of snow. We know that it's been a pretty quiet winter so far, and we have some significant snowfall deficits growing across the region. Marquette down almost 3 feet, or 33 inches. That's what it is, 33 inches. My mind's all over the place right now.
Wow.
But a significant snowfall deficit really across the entire region, Brittany. Now, we have a chance, and I mean a slim chance for at least a coating, a little bit of snow perhaps in some spots here Friday into Saturday. Still kind of wishy-washy in what we're going to see there, but that is the only opportunity for any snow between now and Christmas weekend. So we'll talk a little bit about that and have more on that pretty quiet weather pattern later on tonight.
Keith, I'm behind on Christmas shopping because there isn't snow around to let me know that we're getting so close to Christmas.
Well, I feel bad for all your friends and family now that you've admitted that fact.
I know. Well, don't tell them.
I hope they're not watching.
Right?
But you better get on it regardless of the snow factor. Christmas is approaching, so please get those gifts ready to go.
All right, if Grandpa, if you're watching, just ignore that. All right, thanks so much, Keith.
You bet.
All right, so let's get to a little bit more of what you're going to see today in our newscast, some of the stories that we're following here as well. So at 4 o'clock, Oshkosh Police Department said goodbye to Canine Magic. It was their therapy dog. She died of cancer. The community showing their full support today. We'll have that for you tonight at 4. At 4:30, it is last call for Toys for Tots, collecting new and unwrapped toys here in our lobby, along with several other locations. If you stop here at 115 South Jefferson Street, you don't even have to get out of your car. Our Marines will go down all those steps out in front of our building. They'll go right to your car and bring the toys back into our lobby, and that goes until 8 p.m. tonight. So you've got some time after work to stop by, drive up. They'll see you. They'll come down to get it. And you can be on your merry way. If you are closer to the Fox Cities, we're trying to fill the Fox Communities Credit Union on Enterprise Avenue with stacks of toys. So that's where you can go, and there are other drop-off locations, but the Marines will be there to help you at those 2 locations. You don't even have to get out of your car to help us. At 5 o'clock, we got to talk about it, right? The Packers fell to the Giants last night. It was rough. It was really rough. I mean, honestly, I was surprised it was so close, but there were mistakes on both sides. But yeah, sports is going to help break that down and what this means for the Packers, who obviously were in search of the playoffs. They're, wild card. So we'll break that down for you. And then tonight at 6, our countdown to Christmas series continues. Tonight, we're going to take you to the Christkindl Market on Broadway. It's a German-style street event where there's plenty of food, activities, and shopping local. That airs tonight at 10 p.m., and we'll have one of those every day leading up until Christmas. So that is our report tonight for our afternoon Fastcast. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll return you to Local News Live, and we'll see you back here at 4. Have a good one.